Do you feel like all you do is work, eat, sleep, and that you have no time to gather up some dopamine? The reality probably is that all you do actually is work, eat, consume some kind of on screen media, and then go to sleep. Which means you do have time, you're just not using it very wisely. And before I go further into this, I want to add that I know that there are some people who live in a more extreme situation. If you really have, like, I don't know, 3 jobs and all you do is work and all you actually do is work, sleep, eat, you have children, something like that, if this does not apply to you, if you do not feel called out by what I'm about to say or what I just said, then this video is not for you. I am guilty of this too, pretending I don't have the time to do things that make me happy, but somehow miraculously I have the time to watch YouTube videos for half the day and then do things. I'm just also not that good at using my time to do something that actually gives me some kind of value. I don't mean that watching YouTube videos does not add value to your life. Please keep watching. I am very happy that you clicked on this. Just, maybe afterwards you can start implementing what I'm about to say. You need to do one thing that is not consuming media, that is not scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on YouTube, scrolling on Pinterest, just nothing that has scrolling as a part of its activity. What I mean is, you need a hobby. I feel like Gen Z is one of the first generations that don't really have hobbies. And I think that's kind of sad because to have nothing that you are passionate about, that you don't do for monetization. I also feel like we need to start, as a generation again, we need to start creating more. We are in an age where we consume more than we create, which is, consuming is not bad itself. Like, it's fine, to give your brain a little break sometimes and just, watch something. And also, consuming media could also be reading a book, which is a great thing to do with your time as well. But sometimes we should actively use our brain to do something, to learn something, to, like I said, create something, to maybe solve a problem. There are so many potential things to do in your free time that you can just learn on the internet, that I think we should really take advantage of that. One of the best things that I do for myself is to practice yoga on a daily basis. And I am not a yoga teacher. I am not getting anything out of it other than joy and strengthening my body and my mind and, the benefits of the practice itself. But there is no real outside pressure or outside reason as to why I'm doing it. And that's what makes it so enjoyable, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good I am at it. It doesn't matter how bad I am at it. It doesn't matter how fast I progress. Maybe it matters to me because I want to improve. I also enjoy writing stories, again, just for myself. I am not a writer. I am not, in my opinion, not extremely good at writing, but it is something fun to do. It is something creative to do. It gives me joy because I can just create worlds and characters and stories, and also this kind of world building, this being creative, creating something, is really something I personally love to do as a child. And to tap back into that, to allow myself to be an awful writer because it gives me so much joy, is so freeing. To also be open with it and be like, yeah, I write, I do mostly write fan fiction, to be honest, but who cares? I will never publish it. And I can write the funniest thing, I can write the cringiest thing ever, and no one cares because it's for myself. And maybe you have something that you love to do as a child. These days, especially because it's summer, I think, on Instagram I read a lot of captions that say, would you like to play mermaids with me? And just the whole like mermaid topic. And isn't that just so fun? Like this summer, I'm finally again seeing the sea, and I love the sea. I'm gonna play mermaid for sure. I will absolutely get my super ugly swimming goggles and my little fins and have so much fun. And I'm gonna look from the outside so stupid while doing it. I'm gonna look like an idiot. Who cares? No one cares. It's just the joy of doing the things you love to do as a child. And this may be a little bit woo-woo, but I think your inner child knows what makes you happy, and you should listen to that. And especially something like a hobby is so healing. Something you, and I think these two kind of connect, like a hobby, something you do in your free time that you have no pressure attached to, and healing your inner child. I think these two things can be combined wonderfully and can create something so beautiful within yourself, such a freeing and healing space. Like I said, this may sound a little bit woo-woo, but think about it. I just think your inner child always knows the way to your most authentic self. And I think I've been talking about the authentic self or authenticity a couple of times so far, but it's a topic that is really important to me. And it's probably because, like I think I've said in one of my first videos, I am autistic, and I'm still on this journey to connect to my authenticity, because as an autistic individual, you have to mask a lot. You have to pretend like you know what's going on in every social situation. You have to smile just because you see other people smile. You have to do all of those things that do not come natural to you. So to have something that you do that you have not this pressure attached, I said pressure so many times, but where you do not have to pretend to be somebody else. And I think we all have to pretend oftentimes to be somebody else, also in an office, if you're neurotypical, neurodiverse or whatever, in an office setting, for example. And to have this activity that truly you just do for yourself, that where you can express your authentic self, where you can just be, is so beneficial, in my opinion. It's so healing, it's so beneficial, and so many people are absolutely missing it, because passively consuming content will not make you happy in the long run. I'm sorry to break it to you. As the last part of this video, I have prepared a list with a couple of suggestions for activities. Like I've said, these are suggestions. There are so many more things you could do in your free time, but if you can't come up with any, maybe there's something here for you. So I'm just gonna read. Going on walks, hiking, swimming, sewing, in like fabric, not people, knitting, crocheting, I think, learn how to bake, learn how to cook, yoga, hula hooping, writing, reading, crafting something, building a fort, playing tabletop RPGs, that's one of my favorites, drawing, painting, making jewelry, belly dancing, dancing in general, singing, learning an instrument, learning a new language, make videos and learn how to edit them, take pictures, sign yourself up to a cool class like sword fighting or martial arts. Both sound very cool and very fun to me. I would love to take a sword fighting class, to be honest. That sounds like such a fun thing to try. Mermaiding, also insanely fun. I don't think mermaiding kind of is a thing where I'm from, so I have to wait until I move somewhere more aquatic probably, but I would love to try that. Juggling, learn some magic tricks, teach your pet a trick. Makeup, like experimenting with makeup, Sudoku, crossword puzzles, or also a controversial one, video games. It's a little bit difficult. I think video games are like an absolutely acceptable hobby, as a profession for some people, but also a hobby. Maybe take a break and not have it be your only hobby. But if you're getting into video games, one of my biggest suggestions is to play Baldur's Gate 3. This is one of my biggest hyperfixations ever, because D&D is my biggest hyperfixation ever. And try it and thank me later. So that's it. You are now done with this video, and now you can do one of these things that I've mentioned, and hope it sparks some joy and passion. And yeah, I'll see you the next time when you are fine to consume media. With that I mean my videos. Bye.